Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another episode of Darwin Mountain Bike Life. Today what I'm going to be doing is putting some volume spacers in the RockShox Yarri that come with the Alpine Trail 7 that I have. I still haven't done a review video of that one yet. That will be coming. Pretty simple thing. Like, it seemed pretty scary the first time I did it with my San Quentin 3, but it's not actually. So, you know, you can actually do it at home quite simply. So what I thought I'd do is bring you along and show you how you do it. First of all, you do need some very specialized tools. One of those is, you know, your shock pump. You'll need that. Next thing you need is this. Now what this does is this actually takes off the top cap of your fork. So then you can actually, you know, take it out, put the volume spacers under that. This isn't quite the one though. It's got this. Now this is actually used to remove the cassette off your bike. I don't need this. This is not gonna work for me. I've got to remove that first. All right, let's do that. Lucky for me, I do a fair bit of barbecuing and I have bits of wood around to be able to do that with. So what have I got here? Nice piece of pecan wood. So I'll show you what I've got to do. All right, so what I've got to do is I've got to take that pin out, that one right there. And that's all you do. Get your bit of wood for the barbecue, put it down on top of that, just so you don't mess up your tiles. Hey, presto, and there's our tool all ready to go. I'll hold on to this in case I want to knock it back in, but to tell you the truth, I might actually pitch that. Don't really need it. But yeah, there it is, all ready to rock. Save you for later. Alright, so one of the first things that I need to do is I need to take the air cap off, and there'll just be like a little car valve inside of there. So take that doohickey off, put that to one side. Now, what you need to do is you need to deflate it. Best and easiest way to do that is put on your shock pump. Alright, now what we do is we're taking a measure. So I've got roughly 90 PSI in there. So I want to remember that because that's the same pressure that I want to pump back up with afterwards. So all I'm going to do is just let all the pressure out of my fork. You want to do this before you do anything else, or otherwise you'll get a face full of air and stuff, and yeah, it's really not good releasing 90 PSI all in one massive foul swoop. So, alright, so that's all deflated, or pretty much. Just make sure it is completely deflated. There we go. Yeah, I'd find something then handy for that little piece. Okay, now with our little tool that we made, what we're going to do is we're going to stick it inside of here. Get that all ready, so, and we'll just take this off. Now as you can see, it's already got 2 tokens, so what we're going to do is we're just going to chuck one more on there and see how that feels. All it does is just threads on to the bottom. Easy as that. Alright. Now make sure you got a bit of this around, or saran butter or something like that. So this is actually suspension specific grease. Now what I'm going to do is there's a O-ring just there. Just going to put a very thin bead around that before putting it back in. Alright, so there it is, all ready to go. So, it goes back on, just screw it in. There we go. Now all that we've got to do is just pump it back up. Alright, so this goes back onto here, and we're going to 90 PSI again. Because 90 PSI actually felt really, really good. The problem why I was putting in another volume spacer is because I was blasting through the whole lot of my suspension, but it felt really nice and plush. So I'm a bit of a heavier rider, so it's just easier for me to put in another volume spacer. Alright, so it's at 90 PSI now. Put in an extra 2 pumps. just to account for any sort of air escapage when I take this off. There we go. On with the cap. Bonza! Hey guys and gals, so I hope you enjoyed that. It's literally such an easy job. It was a 5-minute job. All you need to do is just have the right volume spaces to do the job. I just put in 1, so that makes a total of 3 in there now. The reason I did it was because I was just blasting through all my suspension. So instead of putting in more air and firming up the ride, I wanted to keep that the ride soft in the first part of the stroke and just ramp right up towards the end so I don't keep bottoming out. If you did enjoy this, please give it a like, subscribe and share, and yeah, it does help to grow the channel bigger and better for you. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. I'm so high.